do a quick recap of the trades I took today using DR strategy. Uh, so just a couple of things to kind of set the stage here for me. I only put my trades on at one of five areas. So whether it's the DR high or DR low, IDR high or IDR low, or that zero point 0.5 IDR fib. Right. So once I see price start to come around those areas, that's when I start putting orders on for those trades. So this morning in the RDR session, if you guys noticed, once the range was set, we had a lot of wicks started coming down. Again, of course, it's the 5 minute time frame. Wicks started coming down. And they went pretty deep below DR, but they kept bouncing back up. But you'll notice that they started to actually leave the bodies inside of the IDR DR range, right? That gap. And so once price started to reverse again, so bodies are still inside of the range, but the wicks are now moving up, and it's inside now this fair value gap, this negative fair value gap. So what that tells me is I'm going to set my sell order right here at this IDR line, which was at 4,004, because with these bodies inside below the IDR, I'm expecting price to then confirm DR low. So set price here at 4,004. Original take profit was 5 points. Once it moved down pretty quickly, I moved that take profit down to 10 points. My stop loss was 2 ticks above the top of this candle, which is I think about 4,007.5. But again, 10 points really easy. Now, what we know about DR is once DR confirms and comes down, in theory, we're expecting a retracement back into that IDR or DR range, or somewhere in this entire range. And so, again, I was trying to be a little slick, and I actually ended up putting a trade on here for it to run back up. So once this green candle confirmed, I said, okay, I'm just going to put a trade on and let it run up. We kept getting hit at this 39.95, and it just wouldn't go higher. I mean, it was like a couple bucks there, but it wouldn't go higher. And then I ended up getting stopped out because I had a 2-point stop on here. So I ended up getting stopped out. Again, that was just me trying to anticipate what was going to happen. And then, over lunch, what was supposed to happen actually happened, where we retraced back up inside of that DR line. So again, I'm inside the DR, so I actually end up putting an order here on the DR low line, and so got picked up here, and that was a 5-point trade. Again, my initial trade low was 5 points. Once I see it kind of reversing, I just get out. So that was my 5-point trade there. And then the last trade I took, again, you notice the same similarities here, where price is moving back above, in this case, above the IDR line, and so it popped back into that same fair value gap. And so I actually again did the same thing I did in the morning. I put a trade here on at 4,004, the IDR low line, and let's let it run down. Notice here it came back up and it made another fair value gap, and that was coming down again. So stayed in that trade. If you notice, around I got out of the trade I took 20 points on this trade. I kept moving my take profit down. But I had to leave the office at around 3:15. So once I got to 20 points, I just took off. I just took the trade off, and that was it, right? So you notice it did end up coming back down here below this midnight open. And for those of you who don't follow the midnight, if you don't track your midnight actually becomes like a magnet for price. So if you back test that, you'll see that a lot of times price will be either use midnight as a way to move up or a way to move down, right? So just heads up on that one. But that was today's trades. Hopefully this was helpful.